It is Saturday. Just as I started talking, Dan started using the screwdriver. He's just taking the blind down, don't mind him in the background. It is Saturday, the girls are in the Zoom drama cast for the next 3 hours, and we're going to crack on and take the wallpaper off the other half of the room. So you saw us taking the wallpaper off the bottom half of the room the other day, and now we're going to do the top half of the room. I don't know why I've assigned them top and bottom. I guess because it's the way the bed goes. So the top end is where our heads are and the bottom end is where our feet are. So we're going to take the wallpaper off. Last night I let the girls scribble all over the wall, which they thought was hilarious because that wallpaper's coming off today. So we're going to go from basically the window and then round here behind the bed, which we're going to move in a minute, round and back round to the door, which is there. And we're also going to chop up the old wardrobes. Well, I say we, Dan is going to chop up the old wardrobes ready to take to the tip tomorrow. That's the plan. Let's get on with it.
Been longing for a friend deep down in my heart.
Right, it's about 1:45. We're going to have a bit of a lunch break because we've managed to do, actually let me show you, we've managed to do all here, all along here to there, and then I ran out of steam. And I mean, I quite literally ran out of steam, the steamer ran out. So that's going to heat up again now, it'll take a little while, and that's why it's a good time to have a break. This was interesting when all the plaster fell off the wall. There was some dodgy plaster job going on underneath the wallpaper, and as it turns out the wallpaper was holding it on, because when I took the wallpaper off it came. Fortunately our plasterer is very good and he'll sort all this out for us. But yeah, it's a shame actually that I forgot to show you, when we did the alcoves over here, you can actually see the bricks at the bottom of the alcoves, the 120-year-old odd bricks. Actually, let me see if I can show you. There we go, that's 120-year-old bricks.
I know it drove us apart. I wanna stand my ground. Somehow I'll make you notice that our lives are bound. Oh, will you hear my heart beating for you now? I'm here standing by you every time.
Well, it is now about 3:25 in the afternoon, and we've just put the bedroom back together. We've stripped every wall all round the window. The only bits we've got to do are behind the plug sockets. There's only a tiny bit because we don't want to take the plug sockets off the wall until the day before we plaster, because obviously we're still living in it, and behind the radiator because we'll take the radiator off the day before he plasters as well. So we've just got that tiny bit left to do on Wednesday. So I think I might swap my working day next week. Sorry if the camera's wobbling. I've got you balanced at the back, at the head end of the bed in a very precarious position. Yeah, that was a lot of work. That was a lot more work than the other day because it's a massive side. This room is very big, and this end of the room was probably about double the amount we did the other day. So we've done absolutely a lot of work, and we've definitely earned our dinner later and a drink. I think Dan's meeting up with some man friends on Zoom for beers, but we'll all eat dinner together before then, and the girls and I will watch Ant and Dec while he's doing that. Ant and Dec's Saturday night takeaway. We absolutely love it on a Saturday night. Just good. We always chortle our way through it and always end up having a real laugh together. It's a really nice thing to do as a family every week. Yeah, so I'm just going to show you a couple of pictures because we had to take all of the pictures off of the wall. So I thought whilst they're down, I shall show you them. So these were on the wall above our bed. They're photographs that I had blown up quite some time ago, and the frames, I've just noticed, are really quite dusty. Didn't notice until we've taken them down. But yes, they're photographs that I took with my very old DSLR camera, and it was on our honeymoon. So this is a Maldivian Donny boat taken just off the jetty of the island where we stayed when we went on our honeymoon in 2003. December 2003, we were in the Maldives. So that's the boat. And then the other photograph that usually goes above our bed is this one, and Dan took this one. Try and bring it a bit closer. Dan took this one, and it's me on a bike with a rucksack, wearing very short shorts and a very small top, which I would not wear now. Cycling along to, this was the bit of the island where there was lots of huts that went out on stilts into the sea, but we stayed on a hut on the beach, which personally I thought was much nicer. But yeah, you could cycle up past these houses, and there was a restaurant here at the end there, that little building at the end, and every night they would feed the fish, and the sharks would come, and the giant manta rays would come, and it was just a dream, a total dream. This is what we spent our money on instead of an engagement ring, which is the reason why I don't have an engagement ring. I do have an eternity ring, which I got after we'd been married for 10 years. But when we got engaged, I elected to make memories rather than buy jewellery. And then up here, it's a bit behind things, there is a print that I bought from a lovely lady called Gretchen. She used to be June at Noon, but she's completely vanished. And she was absolutely lovely lady. We used to chat a lot back when I used to just blog about my condition, my ulcerative colitis and so on. And she did this print. It's called Unexpected. And there's something about it I just love. So I bought that, and it's been in a frame in our bedroom ever since. I might reframe it, but it's definitely staying in our bedroom. I love it. And there's a little birdie down here. And that came, I ordered some greetings cards, and that was included. It's a tiny little mini original drawing. Can't remember the name of the seller now, but I mean, how amazing is that? I'm just adding a segment to my section drawing that I copied Lilia. And I thought I'd show you, but not because it's any good or because I'm particularly proud of it or for any other reason. Now I'm putting this little bit into this segment. It's not done yet, I'm just started it. And I copied this kind of font thing from something on Pinterest, and I watched Wendy of The Unexpected Gypsy, and she often puts little quotes and permission slips in her art journals, sort of giving her permission to play. And I quite like that. I like the reminder that this is just something for fun and mindfulness and relaxation, and it's not going to be entered into any art exhibitions or win any awards. It's just for me. It's just a bit of doodling. I've got all these posh pencils, and I always come back to the old Steedler school ones. So I'm just adding that, and I'll probably have a play and finish that later and add some colour. And then last night I did my little wiggly bits, which is supposed to represent yarn. And then this morning I did a little face, which, as you can see, has got wonky eyes. and again, I will colour that, probably with watercolours or something at some point. And I'll use it as a bit of a practice as well. Like, I'll probably Google or look on YouTube how to achieve a good colour when using watercolours on a face, and it'll be a bit of an educational thing as well. And I happen to like drawing eyes and faces and doing little Zentangly things, but I'd really recommend giving this a go with just a pencil and a bit of A4 paper. And I didn't even measure out the segments, I literally just drew them however I felt like it. I just did a centre point and then went out from there wherever it looked like a section would be. And filling it in and just giving yourself permission to play about with it. It's fun. Lilia's just now coming behind me, and she's looking at me like I'm completely potty. She's not far wrong.
That looks like something out of Alice in Wonderland.
Oh yeah, I could do it like Alice in Wonderlandy, couldn't I?
Maybe that's what you were thinking of.
Yeah.
Subconsciously.
Dan and I are cooking dinner. we are having fajitas tonight. We're having the Asda's Own one, which I think is new. I've not seen them before. I've not seen Asda's doing these kits before. So we've just chopped up a load of the veg that we like to have. We've got some tortillas, and for Phoebe's one we just do exactly the same as for the chicken, except we do it with corn pieces. Now, corn's a bit of a funny thing to cook without liquid, so I'm cooking it as per the instructions, but if it looks like I need to add a bit of water, I will. And that's what we're doing right now. We need to do the song of the day. I feel like this vlog has been really jumping about today. Like 1 minute we're doing wallpaper, 1 minute I'm drawing, and now I'm cooking. But that's just how the filming has been today. So the song of the day is a song that was on Comic Relief last night, and it reminded me of it. It's a song I absolutely love. It also reminds me of Scotland and a little bit of my dad. And that is because the song of the day is The Proclaimers, the famous Scottish twin duo. You probably best know for doing things like 500 miles and what's the other one they do? The other one that's famous, so, Letter to America, and so on. And this is one of their songs that's probably less famous worldwide, but quite famous in Scotland. And it is Sunshine on Leith. They did a little segment last night on Comic Relief with it. And it's about Leith, where they're from, which is a suburb of Edinburgh, and that's where my dad grew up, in Edinburgh, in a suburb of Edinburgh. And also it was the name of a film. Quite a few years ago they made a film with the music of the Proclaimers, and it was called Sunshine on Leith, and my dad really liked that film. So yeah, that's the song of the day. It's a really, really beautiful song, and if you've not heard it before, I really think you'll like it, and it does tend to get stuck in your head as well. I can hear the sound of wine being poured in the background.
Cheers!
Thank you very much. Oh, that's nice. Right, I'm going to concentrate on cooking. And I think today's going to be quite a short vlog, just because I'm absolutely exhausted from all that running around wallpaper stripping. But I will be back tomorrow, and I will see you then. And I will stop waffling now and get on with... Oh, that was the other thing I meant to say. I'm going to light a candle in a minute, because, of course, today is the spring equinox, or, I'm guessing, if you're on the other side of the planet, the autumn equinox. So I'm using two different spatulas, by the way, one for the chicken and one for the corn. Better not get them mixed up. Yes, so happy spring equinox. I'm going to light a little candle to mark that, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I won't